Welcome to my channel, Crafty Fox DIYs. In this video, I'm going to share with you some viewer favorites using wrapping paper, napkins, and 2x4s. Let's get started. Okay, for this first DIY, I am using this tag sign that I got from Dollar General, and I am going to just leave the front as it is, and this will become two-sided then, and I am going to do the back of it. I'm going to paint it with apple barrel white, and I give it a couple coats to completely cover the wood look. And then I am going to take this napkin that I also got from Dollar General, and I am going to decoupage that onto my tag sign. I'm just going to separate the two layers, and then I am going to use my glue stick to adhere the napkin to the tag sign. I'm just going to rub it all over where I want to place the napkin, and then I press it down into the glue. Once that is dry, then I'm going to take my sanding block and I'm going to work in a downward motion to remove the excess napkin from the tag sign. Now for the top part, I'm going to make a bow, and I'm just going to take various types of ribbon. I've gotten some of this at Dollar Tree and some of it from a yard sale, and I'm just making a simple bow here. I'm just creating a large loop with each of the types of ribbon, and then I'm going to secure the middle with another ribbon to create loops on either side, and then I just separate those and pull them out and puff them up. And then I'm going to take the same ribbon to create tails for the bow, and I'm going to just hot glue those to the loop parts, and then I'm going to hot glue it to the top of the sign, and then I'm going to trim my tails down to the length that I want. And then in the center of the bow, I'm going to add some greenery, some pine cones, and some little jingle bells, and that is going to be it for this one. That's it. So simple and cute. Okay, now for this next DIY, I have these stemless cups. I think they're supposed to be like wine glasses that I also got from Dollar General. You get a 4-pack for $1. And I just used some acetone to remove the image that was already on the cups. And now I'm taking, this is another part that was on the napkin. It has some deer and some trees on there, and I'm going to use Mod Podge to adhere that to the side of the cup. It's really simple and easy to do. There we go. And then I just put this little battery operated tea light that I also got from Dollar General into the cup, and now we have a pair of cute little Christmas photos. Well, actually winter time, you could use these all winter. Okay, now for this next one, I'm using these wood ornaments that I got from Dollar General and some wrapping paper. I don't remember where this wrapping paper came from. I have had both of these for a couple of years, and I'm just going to adhere the wrapping paper to the wooden ornaments. I'm just going to be using the glue stick here to adhere the wrapping paper to the ornaments, and then once again come in with my sanding block to remove the excess wrapping paper from the ornament. Once I get that done, then I'm going to use some jute twine to create a hanger on the ornament. As you can see, this one was a star, and I used a little Coca-Cola Santa on there. Now for this next one, I have a stocking, and the image is Santa in a sleigh. And I just trace that out onto the wrapping paper, cut it out, and then once again use the glue stick to adhere it to the ornament, and then sand off the excess, put a hanger on. And then for this one, I have this faux fur, and I'm just going to cut a piece off of it, glue it to the top to finish the stocking look. Okay, now for this next one, I am making a 2x4 snowman. You just have a piece here. You could use whatever size scrap 2x4 you have. And then I have this ornament. I'm painting it white, putting some glitter on it. Then I just using this material. This believe came from a shirt. I also have a matching pom-pom. I'm just creating a hat for my snowman and a scarf using that material. I glued the pom-pom to the top, and I'm also going to glue the snowflake onto the snowman's hat. And then I just use paint and a permanent marker to draw the face on. Then I drill holes in the side, got some sticks from my yard, and glued those into the holes to create arms for the snowman. And there we go. Now for this next one, I'm making a reindeer. I'm painting it in the color Burnt Umber by Apple Barrel. And then I have this wood slice. My husband cut these for me, but you can purchase these just about everywhere, including Dollar Tree. I just painted it red and added some highlights to it. And then I'm also using some paint to create the eyes, and I'm going to glue the nose onto the reindeer. I'm using a pipe cleaner and a jingle bell to make a collar for my reindeer, and then I'm going to use this material in dark brown and tan to create ears for my reindeer. I also drilled some holes down into the top of my 2x4 so that way I could put some sticks that I also got out of my yard into the holes to create his antlers. And then I am going to glue some reindeer moss to the top. Okay, now for this next one, I am making an elf, and I am just painting the top part of it in my skin tone color. And then I have some popsicle sticks here that I am also painting. The bottom part I am going to paint to match the clothing color that I want, and for this one it is Christmas green. Now I am going to be making the rest of the clothing. I have this green material and some pipe cleaners, and I'm going to use this to make the arms. I'm just creating like a shirt sleeve here, just an open tube. And then I'm going to cut my popsicle stick in half, and I'm going to wrap the pipe cleaner around the end of the popsicle stick. I'm also going to use hot glue to make sure it stays nice and secure. And I'm going to stick the pipe cleaner down into the shirt sleeve and just leave the popsicle stick for his hand sticking out the end. And I will secure that with some hot glue to make sure that it stays in place where I want it to be. I'm going to do this for both arms. I'm also going to cut off the excess pipe cleaner that was sticking out. There I go, making the second arm. Okay, now I have this red material that I cut down. I just cut like triangle shapes in it because I thought that kind of looked elfish. And then for the tips of the triangles, I glued some matching jingle bells on there. And now for the top part, I am putting some Spanish moss on there just to make it look like hair. And I have this red material, and I'm going to use that to make a hat, and then glue a jingle bell to the point of the hat. And then I'm going to use some green material here to put a band around the hat, and I'm going to use a permanent marker and some paint to create her face. And then I'm going to glue on her arms, and I'm going to be making her hold one of these salt dough ornaments, gingerbreads. It's a cinnamon salt dough ornament. Okay, now for this next one, I believe I'm making a caroler. And it's basically the same process as with the elf. I'm just using a different material that's going to look like it's all dressed up out to be outside in the wintertime caroling. So I'm going to make a coat with a hat and a scarf. I also had to create arms. I used the same material that I used for the coat, and then I'm making a matching hat and scarf. As you can see, that's where we are. And then I'm using a permanent marker once again to create the face. I used some scrapbook paper and some thin cardboard like from a cereal box to create a songbook. And there we go, a trio of carolers. Okay, that's all for this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.